Oh, hey, how's it going? All right, I'm pretty good. So, since I live in the Midwest, and right now it is almost the end of August, it is super sweltering out. My studio is really hot. So, I decided I'd take you in and show you a room in my house. Let you see some of my collection. Welcome to my video store. So, I guess we'll start with the easiest thing to get to. I like original release VHSs. So, like the original Star Wars on the CBS Fox boxes. I just love this old artwork. The CBS Fox ones are the ones I always end up going for. These Critters ones are really cool too. Critters 1 and Critters 2. That artwork. The artwork on these is just incredible. Classics. This first rack, of which I have 3, are pretty much just all the bangers, you know what I mean? Just all the great ones. The Star Wars, Neverending Story, Jurassic Park, Ninja Turtles 1 and 2. Just 1 and 2. That's all that exists to me. 1 and 2. Beetlejuice, the original release. Gremlins. This one's cool. I just love the art, and I love these old first release boxes. If I can find them, I will. Back to the Future, Ghostbusters 1 and 2, 89 Batman, Batman Returns. Of course, Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo. Classics to me. Big Trouble in Little China. Willow, Howard the Duck. Here are the big ones. Here are the real big ones. The tough ones to find. All the monsters. Monster Squad. This is a pricey one to find and a tough one to find in good condition. So, I was super happy to find this one and get a hold of it. My Pet Monster. Another pricier, harder to find one that I was so glad to add to the collection. I rented this when I was a kid, and I loved it. I was always waiting for a part 2. That never came. Never came. Next one. Fred Savage ones are usually the toughest ones to find, and the pricier ones, Little Monsters. Absolute banger classic. And super glad to have that in my collection too. And then aside from the monsters, we have another one that's really tough to find. Garbage Pail Kids, the movie. I know, a lot of people don't like this movie. I have a place in my heart for it. I watched this so many times on HBO, Cinemax. It floated around all over the place when I was a kid. But I like it. Teen Wolf, Addams Family, Little Shop of Horrors, Harry and the Hendersons, Short Circuit. I also have Short Circuit 2 in here somewhere. I think it's on one of the other shows. Labyrinth, Leprechaun. That's what a lot of horror VHS collectors like. I like it too. Popeye, Independence Day, Terminator 2, RoboCop, Rocketeer. Yeah, just some great, all the classics. And then moving around over here, now you can kind of see, it kind of looks like, you might just think, oh, there's one rack here, but there's 3. And these racks came from a family video, the local one here. Behind me, you can see I have the family video sign. This is the one that was outside on the building. This is not from the one here, but I got a hold of it and it's awesome. I got this fairly recently, maybe a month ago. I didn't know how it would fit in here, but it bends. So I made it work, and it works for me, and I love it. So then over here, I have some more obscure, movies and stuff. Silver Bullet, Tales from the Crypt, Scary Movie 1 and 2. This one's, I met Goofy, he signed it. Enemy Mine, super weird. One of those, I have a place in my heart for it movies. Universal Soldier, Spaceballs, all the way down to, there's a slept on one, not a lot of people remember, vice versa. Judge Reinhold, Stand By Me, Young Guns 1 and 2, Mr. Bean, Dusk Till Dawn. So many classics. First Terminator. And then over here, the more family-friendly ones. Dark Crystal, first release. Princess Bride, first release. These are the ones I go for. I'll take the bigger ones if there aren't any cardboard ones available. But, yeah. Oh, and this is a recent one that I just got. That was super stoked to get. Disney's Halloween Tree. I don't know if you guys remember Disney back in the late 80s, early 90s. This was on all the time. Every year this was on the Disney Channel. And it's just a collection of the older cartoons. But it was Halloween to me whenever I watched this. Like whenever this is on, it's like, now it's Halloween. But over the years, finding a copy of this on VHS, these are tough to find. It is pricey. But I have it now. I'm so glad I did. Gargoyles the movie with the game inside of it. Has all the pieces. Another super cool one. Again, I'll take the big boxes if the cardboard isn't available, and I also swap them out whenever I can. Another slept on one to me. This has changed titles a few times, but I remember it being Mother Goose's Rock and Rhyme. So when I went to look for it, I didn't realize that they changed it on the VHS release to Rock and Rhyme Land. When I searched for Mother Goose Rock and Rhyme, it wouldn't pop up. But this is also a tougher one to find. I actually found this one in the wild when I was out at an antique shop. I picked that up. So that was awesome to find. Let me see what else here. What other notable ones? Here's some kind of obscure ones. Prehysteria 1, 2, and 3. Got all 3 of those. Another favorite of mine. I was a big dinosaur kid. I love dinosaurs. I still do. I wrote a book called Cybersaurs. So it's in me. I love dinosaurs. So anything dinosaurs, especially when I was a kid, I was all about it. Prehysteria, I love those. There's a bunch of really obscure ones that not many people remember or see. Purple People Eater. Yeah, it has some permanent marker on it, but this is just such a rare one to find that I'll take it. Such a weird movie. If you haven't seen it before, Neil Patrick Harris is in it, and another one. Let's see. Yes, America, the American Rabbit. That's another one. A lot of people don't remember, but I do. Oh yes. He-Man and She-Ra, Secret of the Sword, first appearance of She-Ra, where they did her whole backstory and everything. Super cool. The Hobbit. And The Return of the King. Yes, I also have The Lord of the Rings. But I prefer the Rankin Bass. yeah, see? Short Circuit 2 right there. So let's move around here. We have some other obscure titles, things of that sort. Idle Hands. Let's see. Oh, stop! Camera time. Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Oh, yes. Scary Movie 2 again, but screener copy. So, if you're not familiar with screener copies, these are the copies that they would send to the video stores to decide if they wanted to carry the tape in their video store or not. Usually on the front of the boxes. Sometimes the boxes were just white and it would just say the title of the thing. Other times they would promote things like, oh, $75 million movie. Absolutely hilarious. Full-length screener for video retailers only. So screeners are always awesome to come across. See, look, they really promote $75 million. Now a $225 million franchise, huh? You want this, don't you? You want it? Yeah, you do. And let me see. Oh, and here is my cartoon section. Anyway, starting with Pride of the X-Men and going all the way down here. And then the Burger King Kids Club, Turtles, G.I. Joe, DuckTales, Transformers, Biker Mice from Mars, The Littles. I love The Littles. Hard to find tape anymore. Bravestar, GoBots, Filmation Ghostbusters. I love both of them. You know, I like the real Ghostbusters and the Filmation Ghostbusters. I like them both. But the Filmation Ghostbusters, tough to find. Tough to find things. And the toys for these, the Playhouse, forget about it. Super tough to find. One day I'll get it. Another gem. Cartoon All-Stars to the rescue. This one, man, every kid I knew tuned in to watch this because it was the first time all these characters showed up in one movie, in one show. And while it was pretty much a PSA for keeping kids off drugs, it was so awesome to see Slimer, Bugs Bunny, Winnie the Pooh, Alf, Alvin, who else was in there? Garfield, Muppet Babies. All of them showed up to help out their buddy, and it was awesome. Oh, another Halloween classic to me, Witch's Night Out. You haven't seen that before? Gilda Radner, awesome cartoon. Some Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling, Volume 1. Police Academy, Bozo, Swamp Thing, Smurfs, Garfield Halloween, Pound Puppies, Tailspin, Chippendales Rescue Rangers. These old Alvin and the Chipmunks releases where they parodied the movies that were out. This one's, of course, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I also have a Batman and a Back to the Future one, too. Here's a very, very short-lived Disney cartoon right there, Quack Pack. So you got Berenstain Bears, Double Dare, Dinosaurs. Love dinosaurs. I try to get those whenever I can find them. Teddy Ruxpin, Addams Family, some really obscure ones here. Computer Warriors, some Barnyard Commandos right here, Bonkers. And I even, I don't watch wrestling anymore. I just kind of fell out of it. But when I was a kid, I sure did. The Royal Rumble. Big boxes so that they stand out. Mania. Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, look how they did, just like, they just left a big spot there just to make sure that the box was big and everyone saw it. And over here is my just collection of some of the best Christmas movies and shows that I remember that I could find. Even, oh, here's a really obscure one. The Married with Children, It's a Wonderful Life. Great one. I remember that when it was on. Tough to find anymore. Especially when most of these I went and found out in the wild. Only a few of them, like Garbage Pail Kids was one I had to resort to finding online just because it's so obscure. And I try to find out in the wild whenever I can. But, you know, if I've been looking for a tape for a year, 2 years, something like that, I'm like, okay, it's time. It's time. I'm going to have to just order it. But most of these I found just out in the wild. So, yeah, Simpsons Christmas Special, Emma Daughter's Drug Band Christmas, Pac-Man, Garfield Christmas, Inspector Gadget Christmas. Real classics. And then over here, I have just a little section that is just for some gaming, console TV. Got two of these, some of my favorites. Of course, the Nintendo, the VCR, beanbag, and then up from there, I got some of the '89 Batman cups from Pepsi. Found this book that was pretty cool. Video Movie Guide, 1998. It is thick. Oh yeah, this video store smell candle. Of course, all the Land Before Time, Pizza Hut, puppets. Yep. Hammer in the box. Saw him and he was awesome. And then, got the Iron Giant. And then I found a Crystal Pepsi hat. Which was super awesome and random as heck. And, so yeah, he's sporting that. Pretty sweet. And then over here, I have a few other cool things. So I found this Admiral Television and Appliances sign. And this was what was on the sign when I bought it. Super awesome. Ghosty TV, spooky radios, witchery components, not sold here. Nope. I don't know what you heard, but they're not sold here. Nope. If you're looking for those, you might as well go somewhere else because they're not here. The old vintage Mario poster. And just like all the video stores, there's always a recommendations from the manager. And this is dedicated to my brother. So these are all the movies that he loved and I love. And so these are his recommendations. So if you haven't seen them, check out those recommendations. And then here's my Gremlins collection. This is a box I found out in the wild. Resembled it a lot. And then this front part I 3D printed and painted and made it fit on there. And it works really good. The Gremlins. He's so awesome. That's from Trick or Treat Studios if you wanted to get one yourself. And also, so is the Gizmo. Super cool. And, oh yes. And over here some of my VHS rewinders. It goes with the decor. This is the first one I saw that was VHS or beta rewinder. So that was pretty cool. The realistic old Radio Shack special right there, still in the box. Pretty awesome. Another either VHS rewinder. And then these are really cool. This is the pop-up videotape box. So if you were going to give someone a VHS for their birthday or Christmas or whatever it is, you could get these at Hallmark, and it made it like a little gift wrapping for them. So that's pretty cool. And over here, of course, we got more Vader. Jurassic Park going on. Vader's awesome. This is the one, if you're interested, this is the one that Home Depot released a couple years ago now, and he's super cool. Of course, holding the Atari controller because of the, the Vader Atari. And little comic book section. Dante's Inferno room. And then I got the RoboCop 2 arcade. Now, the arcade cabinet for RoboCop 1 looks cooler, but RoboCop 2 is more of a fun game. Pretty awesome. Yes, it works. You can see everything. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then just under the Gremlins display, I have my World of Nintendo case. Mario 1, which is a tougher one to find. 2, 3, Zelda, Kirby's Adventure, Part vs. the Space Mutants. Another one that just, I have a soft spot in my heart for. Fester's Quest, Batman, Little Nemo the Dream Master, that was one of my favorite ones. And yes, the Game Genie. I remember getting the Game Genie for Christmas, and it was so awesome. I had to get another one just to display. Smash TV, Battletoads, Double Dragon 2. Double Dragon 2 is probably one of my favorites. In here, I also have some VHSs to The Wizard, Mario movie, Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Brothers Super Show tape. Here, I'll open this up. Captain N the Game Master. And I actually met the voice actor for Captain N, and he autographed that for me. So that was pretty awesome. So the NES Max, Vantage, Satellite, Nintendo Power number 1, Maxi 15. Oh, this thing. I got this when I was a kid. My grandma passed away, and probably a week later, this came in the mail, and it was the last thing that she got me. So, I have a lot of nostalgia connected to this thing, this very obscure Nintendo game. Now, I lost my original copy over time, so I had to track another one down, and these complete are really tough to find, and this was just a beautiful copy. Still had the back on it, still had foam around it. If any of you are familiar with it. So, just a beautiful copy, and so glad to have this again. Rob the Robot, complete. Nintendo Serial System, Game Boy, Power Glove. These Nintendo trophies. You can see there's the Mario one. There's the Legend of Zelda one. And then And of course, action set. This is the version that I had. I know some people had the gray version. I have the orange. And power pad. Some of these older books. I don't know if you guys remember these. The World's Power. Kind of just made books out of some of the video games for kids. How to win at Nintendo. And then, of course, the Mario 3 toys. And the Nintendo Game Pack cards. All 3 packages. This case I just love so much. There's so many times I'll just come in here and I'll just come to look at the Nintendo case. I love it so much. Well, thanks for joining me. Thanks for checking out all my stuff. Maybe you had some of the same stuff. Maybe you remember some of it. Maybe you want to get some of the other stuff, and maybe I reminded you of it. Let me know down in the comments. And thanks again for stopping by. Appreciate it. See you next week.